Why people think Sigma males are narcissists. Have you ever wondered why some people label Sigma males as narcissists? To understand this complex question, let's first dive into the concept of Sigma males. These individuals are often characterized by their independence, introverted nature, and self-sufficiency. They're not your typical alpha males, constantly seeking social approval or validation. Instead, Sigma males are the lone wolves, the ones who often prefer their own company and march to the beat of their own drum. They aren't particularly interested in leading or following, but rather in creating their own unique path in life. Sigma males are also known for their self-sufficiency. They don't rely on others for their happiness or success. Their sense of self-worth is not tied to their social standing, but rather to their own personal achievements and the fulfillment they derive from their independence. Now, let's flip the coin and take a look at narcissism. It's a term that carries a negative connotation and is often associated with traits such as an inflated sense of self-importance, a deep need for excessive attention and admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. Narcissists tend to view themselves as superior and believe they deserve special treatment. So where does the confusion come in? How can a Sigma male, known for his independence and self-sufficiency, be mistaken for a narcissist? It's a question that has puzzled many, and the answer lies in the nuanced understanding of these two complex personality types. On the surface, Sigma males and narcissists may share some characteristics such as a focus on the self. However, the motivation behind these traits and the way they manifest are vastly different. Sigma males value their independence not because they believe they're superior, but because they're content in their own company. Narcissists, on the other hand, seek attention and admiration to feed their inflated ego. It seems a contradiction, doesn't it? An introverted, self-sufficient male is a narcissist. Let's delve deeper. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. To fully grasp this intriguing paradox, we first need to understand what makes a Sigma male. Sigma males, a term that has been buzzing around society, are often shrouded in mystery. They are the lone wolves, the mavericks, the unorthodox characters that dance to their own rhythm. Now, let's delve deeper into their complex personalities. At the core of a Sigma male is a profound love for solitude. Unlike alphas who thrive in social settings, or betas who may feel pressured to fit into societal norms, Sigmas find comfort in their own company. They are self-contained, cherishing the quiet moments where they can reflect, create, and simply exist without external influences. This affinity for solitude, however, can often be misinterpreted. To the uninitiated, a Sigma male's preference for solitude may come off as aloofness or even arrogance. Yet, it's important to remember that for Sigma males, solitude isn't a byproduct of disdain for others, but rather a preference for introspection and self-discovery. Next, we encounter the Sigma male's fierce self-reliance. This man is a self-starter, a go-getter who doesn't wait for opportunities to fall into his lap. He creates them. He doesn't rely on the approval or validation of others to feel accomplished. His sense of worth is not tied to societal accolades, but to his personal growth and achievements. This trait of self-reliance, however, can again lead to misinterpretations. It might be mistaken for arrogance or a superiority complex, especially in a world that often equates asking for help with humility. Yet for a Sigma male, self-reliance is born out of a deep-seated belief in their capabilities and a desire for self-sufficiency, not out of a need to prove their superiority. Lastly, Sigma males are often characterized by their tendency to stay away from the social hierarchy. They don't vie for the top spot in the social ladder, nor do they wish to be at the bottom. They exist outside this hierarchy, content in their own world. This trait can be confusing for many who are used to the traditional alpha-beta dynamic. It can lead to Sigma males being labeled as aloof, indifferent, or even narcissistic. But the truth is, Sigma males are not aloof or indifferent. They simply value authenticity over pretense. They don't believe in participating in social games or wearing masks to fit in. They're comfortable in their skin, and they prefer genuine connections over superficial ones. The Sigma male is a complex character, often misunderstood. Now let's turn our attention to narcissism. Narcissism, often thrown around as an insult, but what does it truly mean? Well, it's a term derived from Greek mythology, where a young man named Narcissus fell hopelessly in love with his own reflection. But in the realm of psychology, it's a little more complex. Narcissism is a personality trait characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance. Narcissists consider themselves superior, often exaggerating their abilities and achievements while downplaying those of others. They believe they are unique and can only be understood by, or should associate with, other special or high-status people. It's like they're perpetually on a pedestal, looking down on the rest of the world. But it's not just about feeling superior. Narcissists have a deep need for excessive attention and admiration. They thrive on compliments and often become upset or angry when they don't receive the praise they believe they deserve. It's as if they're in a never-ending quest for validation, a thirst that can never be quenched. Yet despite their seemingly confident exterior, narcissists are often plagued by secret insecurities. They are extremely sensitive to criticism, perceiving it as a personal attack. They may respond to negative feedback with anger, hostility, or even blatant denial. It's like walking on eggshells. One wrong step, one misplaced word, and the narcissist's fragile ego shatters. Perhaps the most troubling aspect of narcissism is a lack of empathy for others. Narcissists struggle to understand or share the feelings of others, often disregarding other people's needs in favor of their own. This lack of empathy can lead to manipulative behaviors, as the narcissist prioritizes their own desires above all else. Now, it's important to differentiate between healthy self-esteem and narcissism. Having self-esteem is about recognizing your worth and valuing yourself appropriately. It's a vital part of mental health, contributing to our overall well-being and happiness. On the other hand, narcissism is an inflated, distorted version of self-esteem. It's not just about loving oneself, but believing oneself to be superior to others. So you see, narcissism isn't just about self-love. It's an unhealthy obsession with oneself, a distorted view of one's importance, and a disregard for others. It's a complex interplay of inflated self-perception, a deep need for validation, and a lack of empathy. Narcissism isn't just about self-love. It's an unhealthy obsession with oneself. But how does this relate to Sigma males? Well, that's a question we'll delve into in the next scene. Stay tuned as we explore the intriguing intersection of Sigma masculinity and narcissism. Now that we have a clear understanding of both Sigma males and narcissism, it's time to address the elephant in the room. Why do some people perceive Sigma males as narcissistic? This is a question that has been asked time and again, and today we're going to shed some light on it. At first glance, the self-sufficiency and aloofness that are characteristic of Sigma males may seem to align with traits commonly associated with narcissism. Sigma males are known to be self-reliant. They don't rely on social structures or approval from others to define their worth. This independence can be misconstrued as self-absorption, a trait typically linked to narcissism. Furthermore, Sigma males often prefer solitude. They enjoy their own company and don't feel the need to constantly surround themselves with others. This can be mistaken for the narcissist's lack of empathy, as both traits can result in a perceived emotional distance from others. However, while these comparisons may seem valid on the surface, it's essential to remember one thing: correlation does not imply causation. Just because Sigma males share a few traits with narcissists, it doesn't mean they are narcissistic. Let's delve into the key differences to further clarify this point. Firstly, Sigma males are introspective. They are constantly seeking self-improvement and personal growth. On the other hand, narcissists rarely engage in self-reflection, as they believe they are already perfect. Secondly, while Sigma males may prefer their own company, they are not devoid of empathy. They are capable of forming deep, meaningful relationships, something narcissists struggle with due to their lack of genuine concern for others. Thirdly, Sigma males don't have a grandiose sense of self-worth. They know their strengths and weaknesses and don't feel the need to inflate their self-image. In stark contrast, narcissists have an inflated ego and a constant need for admiration. Lastly, Sigma males don't exploit others for personal gain. They are independent and self-sufficient, and they value the autonomy of others as much as their own. Narcissists, however, often manipulate others to serve their own needs without any regard for the person's feelings or well-being. So, as we can see, while Sigma males and narcissists may share a few superficial similarities, at their core, they are fundamentally different. Sigma males are introspective, empathetic, self-aware, and respectful of others, while narcissists are self-absorbed, lacking in empathy, and manipulative. While they may seem similar on the surface, Sigma males and narcissists are fundamentally different. Let's summarize. It's been a journey of exploration and understanding, hasn't it? As we've delved into the enigma of Sigma males and their often mistaken association with narcissism, we've discovered quite a bit. We've unraveled the essence of Sigma men, dissected the nature of narcissism, and compared the two, dispelling some common misconceptions along the way. Let's take a moment to revisit our findings. Sigma males, often misunderstood, are introverted individuals who prefer solitude over social interaction. They are self-sufficient, independent, and prefer to operate outside the typical social hierarchy. While they may appear aloof or detached, it's important to remember that their preference for solitude is not indicative of a lack of empathy or concern for others. Quite the contrary, Sigma men are often deeply introspective, with a keen understanding of themselves and the world around them. On the other hand, we explored the nature of narcissism, a personality trait often misattributed to Sigma males. Narcissists, unlike Sigma men, are characterized by a grandiose sense of self-importance, a need for excessive admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. They thrive in the spotlight and derive their self-worth from the validation and approval of others. So, where does the confusion arise? Why are Sigma males often labeled as narcissists? Perhaps it's due to their self-reliance and preference for solitude, traits which could be misconstrued as selfishness or self-absorption. However, as we've discovered, this couldn't be further from the truth. Sigma males value their independence, but this doesn't equate to a lack of empathy or an inflated sense of self. They may not seek out social interaction, but this doesn't mean they disregard the feelings and needs of others. In fact, their introspective nature often leads to a deep understanding and respect for the individuality of others. Narcissism, in contrast, is characterized by a disregard for others and a constant need for admiration and validation. These traits are fundamentally at odds with the Sigma male's introverted, self-reliant nature. In essence, the key distinction lies in the motivation behind their actions. Sigma males act out of a desire for independence and self-understanding, while narcissists act out of a need for validation and control. The confusion between Sigma males and narcissism highlights the importance of understanding rather than labeling individuals based on surface-level observations. It's a reminder that misconceptions can lead to misunderstandings, and that we should always strive to dig deeper and seek out the truth. So next time you hear someone label a Sigma male as a narcissist, you'll know better. Remember, things aren't always what they seem. As we wrap up our discussion, let's ponder on this. The world of psychology is a complex labyrinth, and it's easy to get lost in the maze of personality types and mental health conditions. We've spent time delving into the enigma of Sigma males and their often misconstrued association with narcissism. It's essential to appreciate the intricate tapestry that makes up human behavior. Too often we're quick to label, to categorize, to fit individuals into boxes. But as we've seen today, this can lead to misunderstanding and misinterpretation. Sigma males, with their preference for solitude and their aloof demeanor, can easily be mistaken for narcissists. But as we've explored, this couldn't be further from the truth. Sigma males, like any other personality type, have their unique characteristics, strengths, and weaknesses. They're not superior or inferior to others. They're just different. And that's okay. The realm of psychology offers us a wealth of knowledge, a treasure trove of insights into the human mind. It's a field that's constantly evolving, with new theories and concepts emerging all the time. We've only just scratched the surface today, and there's so much more to learn, to explore. Remember, understanding is the key to empathy. When we strive to understand rather than label or judge, we foster compassion, acceptance, and respect for diversity. We become better friends, better partners, better human beings. As you continue on your journey of discovery, I encourage you to delve deeper into the world of psychology. Keep learning, keep questioning, keep exploring. You never know what fascinating insights you might uncover. In conclusion, Sigma males are not narcissists. They're misunderstood, misinterpreted, and often unfairly judged. But they're just people like you and me trying to navigate this complex world in their unique way. Sigma males are not narcissists. They're simply misunderstood, Let's challenge ourselves to understand people better rather than label them.